Salut! In this video, you will learn how to make something negative in French. But first of all, let's understand qu'est-ce que c'est? What is la négation? La négation is passing from a positive statement into a negative one. And for this, in English, you will usually use the word not. I am not. In French, we will need two words, ne and pas. What makes a sentence positive or negative? It is a verb. So these two words, ne and pas in French, will have to work with the verb, the action word. How will we do this in French again? Just by sandwiching the verb with the ne before and the pas after. So the verb is in between the ne and the pas, like a verb sandwich. Voilà, it's very straightforward. Let's have a look at our example. In our downloadable document, I am is, as we will see later on throughout the module, je suis. The verb am is suis in French. Okay? So now, if you want to put this in a negative way, you will add the not after your English verb. I am becoming I am not. In French, you will once again need to sandwich the verb, being suis, to end up with je ne suis pas. Another example will be I have, which is in French j'ai, which is actually the equivalent of je ai. So, we need to sandwich ai, which will give us ne est pas. Now, try to say ne est. It's pretty hard to pronounce, isn't it? Ne est. Try yourself. And in French, everything needs to be beautiful and sounds beautiful. So if something doesn't look nice or sounds nice, we'll do something about it. So something like ne est is too difficult to say, and we will change it to make the speaking flow a lot more natural. For this, we'll be applying each time you have ne, but also je, followed by a word starting with a vowel like a, e, I, O, U, Y, but even an H, the H is silent in French, we will have to swap something. So we will swap the E of ne and je with the apostrophe, or the comma in the air if you prefer to say it like that. So, from ne est, we will have ne and apostrophe est, which is a lot easier to pronounce. Again, from je ai, we will prefer j'ai, J apostrophe est. So if we have j'ai and want to put this in the negative form, we will sandwich the verb est, changing ne into an apostrophe, to give us finally ne. And the J apostrophe will find its original form, je, back. So all in all, we will end up with I don't have becoming je n'ai pas. I hope this makes sense, but basically remember the negation is made in French by sandwiching the verb, action word, with ne and pas. But also remember what you say still needs to sound lovely. Because in French, everything needs to sound great. And if it doesn't, we will do something about it. Okay, so back to our negation lesson, where the rule is to sandwich the verb. If you're happy with this, let's have a look at some particular cases in the second page of your document on our negation lesson, where we have not only one, but a couple of verbs that we call two-verb structures. The difficulty here will be to know and remember what verb to sandwich, because for the negation, you need to sandwich the verb. But here you've got two. Again, it is simple. You should sandwich the first verb. If we explore the case of the passé composé that we will see in module 3, and take the example shown on your document, j'ai mangé, which is I have eaten, et je suis allé, which is I went. As you can see, in both cases, you have two verbs. Now, where do you think you will place our ne pas negation words? Yes, correct. You are right. We should put them around the first verb. So for j'ai mangé, we'll put it around est, becoming je n'ai pas mangé. In the second case, we'll put it around suis, becoming Je ne suis pas allé. Does that make sense? Okay, let's try again with another case. Le futur proche or near future, where again you need two verbs. For example, je vais manger, which is I am going to eat. Which verb will you sandwich? Je vais or manger? Yes, perfect. You will sandwich vais, becoming je ne vais pas manger. I am not going to eat. Don't worry, if you need a bit more practice, you will have a lot of opportunities in the quizzes. Should we try our two last cases? Le conditionnel, for example, that we will explore in Module 5. Je voudrais partir. I would like to leave. Where will you put the ne pas? Yes, correct. Around voudrais, as it is our first verb, making the negation of je voudrais partir. Je ne voudrais pas partir. I would not like to leave. Allez, one more example to go. The modal verb, to want to be able to, or to have to in English. In this document, I chose je veux, which is I want, et je peux, which is I can. But je dois will do exactly the same, okay? So, if we want to say I want to do, which is je veux faire, again, you've got two verbs. Where will you put the ne and the pas? Yes, correct. You will put it around the first verb. Je ne veux pas faire. I don't want to do. And again, you will do it for je peux faire. It will become je ne peux pas faire. You only sandwich the first verb. So what do you think? Pretty straightforward, isn't it? I don't want this lesson to be too comprehensive for you. So if you have a look at your notes, making sure you're happy with everything we've seen on the negation, how to create it, where to put the ne and pas, once you're ready, you will find a second document on the negation in your course content chapter Conjugation module Généralité, giving you a lot of special negation structure to not only be able to say I am not, but also I am never, or I am no more, or any other structure like that. Have a look at this, will give you extra point for your exam, so it's pretty interesting and pretty nice for you. And don't forget the quiz to assess your knowledge. So this is it for us, mais à tout de suite dans la leçon Négation Special Structure. Merci beaucoup, bravo et à très bientôt.